Debbie's gonna drop me off. She's got a bad foot, kind of swole up on her about a week ago after we'd already planned the trip, so she's not gonna be able to do any hiking. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make it up to Ice Lake. Starting up the trail, so far I feel good. About 6:50. I think I was number 13 starting in this morning. So I'm thinking it's around 8 miles up and back. I don't know for sure, but a couple thousand feet plus elevation gain. So that one's gonna tear me up. Nothing like a heavy breather on the trail. So I took the opportunity here to do a little bit of a side trail while I still got the air to do so. The ruins of a mine. Seen a little bit of the some of the structure and some of the workings of it still there. And then looks like a little shack here behind me. There's a waterfall I hear off here to the side of me, and there was some piping. I'm sure it was to pipe water from that waterfall over to the mine. That's South Mineral Creek right down at the bottom. That's where we started. Tell you what, right after that cabin, it got steep for a little bit right there. It knocked the air out of me. That's my biggest issue so far. It's just the breathing. Not having any trouble with the strenuous of the hiking, just the breathing itself. And I'm sorry for all the heavy breathing, but it is starting to get steep. Starting to feel it in my legs now. This is by far the most wildflowers we've seen the entire trip. So I've been leapfrogging with that couple up the mountain here. And I guess I took the trail to Ice Lake, which is what I wanted to do. I just didn't know there was no signage there. And they're going to Island Lake first. So I think at this point it will be a loop. I will make Ice Lake, then Island Lake, and then back to that junction. And then it's the same trail back down the mountain that I just came up. It's flattened off a bit here. This feels good. This is a really nice valley up on top. And I was just told Ice Lake is up here. So I'm gonna go down, hit the trail, and up to Ice Lake. Kept my feet dry on that one. It's easy to stay on some rocks that aren't down into that water. Now this is something. It is beautiful up here. Lush green. I can see the animals like walking this trail as well. A lot of the flowers, the forbs, been nibbled off. Sure, it's easy walking for them, but it is full of wildflowers. Well, I thought that was going to be Ice Lake when I got up over that, but it is not. Still climbing. Every time I guess as to where it's going to be, I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's right up over this hill. But it has been a pretty hike. This is incredible. Took me right at 2 hours from the trailhead up to where I'm at now at Ice Lake. It's kind of kind of overcast, I guess I would say, but the sun's trying to come out. And when it shines on that water, it just turns a brilliant blue. Start getting the reflection of the mountains down in it. Got snow up in there. About every color you can imagine. The flowers, the grass, the snow. It's July 30th and there's still plenty of snow up behind me to keep this creek running. Filling up Ice Lake here. This is just crazy up here. I see the trail that I was walking on the way to Ice Lake,
I never dreamed I'd be up on this mountainside on my way over to Island Lake, but the views up here, I mean, incredible. It's just crazy every time you go over a hill, over the what you think is kind of a mountaintop. There's just more, and the flowers are in full bloom up here. Wasn't noticing them so much down at the lower level, but up in here, these meadows in between the mountain peaks are just loaded with them, and they are in bloom. Well, there she blows, Island Lake. I was wrong. That is a trail up that mountainside, but that not the trail to Island Lake. Well, I forget what the name of the trail is, but I have started up at the one that goes up behind Island Lake. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the top or not. It gets pretty steep, and I just seen some people kind of sliding down the trail. So, but I can turn around and come back at any point. So I'm going to go a little further. There's the goal. I wished I could video this climb down just to show how steep it is, but there's no way I'm going to be able to climb down and video at the same time. (11:15) headed back to the trailhead from Island Lake. Looks like rain's starting to come in from behind me. I don't know if it'll make it over that ridge or not, or make it to me before I get down. I'm kind of prepared for it, but I'll just soon get down dry. Mineral Creek down at the bottom, and over on this this mountain over here, that's the switchbacks up to Clear Lake. Starting to sprinkle on me, but doesn't look like it's coming in too hard, so I still might make it down to the bottom before it hits. I resisted that temptation to put my rain jacket on, and it may have paid off. So I got off the mountain, Debbie got me picked up, and we found camp, and was actually the same campsite as we had last night. The hike itself, the high points for me, the meadows as you got up into the mountains, the flowers were amazing. Ice Lake was crazy blue, but it also had the flowers up the banks, just numerous different kinds of flowers that I don't know the names of them, but they're just wildflowers that are incredibly pretty. And then, of course, I made it over to Island Lake, and that's more of a turquoise color. I even went up above Island Lake to a ridge up there, and the views up there were, geez, you can see off both sides, mountain ranges, etc. But anyway, it took me 6 hours. I'm not a strong hiker, so, you know, I was taking some breaks, doing different things, sat there at Ice Lake for a bit, did the extra hike up to the ridge. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how long it might take to make the hike. But my knees were hurt me pretty good when I got back down to the bottom, but well worth the effort to make that hike if you get the chance. I think we got leftover hamburger going into some tortillas tonight for dinner. I like that kind of stuff, so I'm happy with that.